Hey friends, welcome to the page. I'm Ken Smith and I am excited to bring, believe it or not, a very controversial video here. And it has to do with another one of those folklore tales. Did Henry Ford, and fill in the blank. So yes or no, true or false, did Henry Ford say you can have a Model T in any color as long as it's black? Now, before we get into the answer to that question, the facts that I reveal to you so that you can make an informed decision, all I'm asking is comment however you'd like, as long as you're kind. I'm okay if you disagree with me, but be kind about it. I don't want to have to be the guy that polices your comment and ends up deleting it because you got nasty about it. So just be kind. That's all I ask. I don't think that's that hard. I'll be kind to you. You be kind to me. So let's get into the facts and see what Henry Ford really did or did not say. So Ford founded his third company in 1903, the Ford Motor Company, and made a number of different cars before introducing the Model T on October 8th, 1908. Now, some people say the Model T was released in 1908. Some people say the Model T was released in 1908 for the 1909 run. Some people say the Model T wasn't available until 1909. I'm not here to debate any of that. Just based on the information that I found, the Model T was introduced on October 8th, 1908. I'm hanging with that. So prior to that, all of his other vehicles were fancier, and he wanted a simple, inexpensive car that most people could own. Makes sense. If you look at the video that I created about the Paquette plant, I'll put a link down in the description. But as I walked into the plant, you will see a number of cars, and it's called the Alphabet Room, and they go all the way up to the Model T. Now, it's interesting to note that right up until the Model T, there was a variation of a lot of other colors other than just black. And in fact, the Model T that they show on display is red. Now, I find that kind of interesting because initially the Model T came only in red, gray, or green. In 1910, you could only get dark green. And in 1911, all Model Ts were blue. Late in 1912, black was added as an available color. So the black-only policy began in 1914, and it's interesting to note that it was primarily because it was also the year that Ford fired up his new moving assembly line in the Highland Park plant. So this new line reduced the time to build each car from more than 12 hours at the Paquette plant to just 90 minutes at the new Highland Park plant. Black paint was the cheapest paint to purchase at that time, and using a single shade of color meant that the line didn't have to stop while workers cleaned all of the painting equipment to change the paint colors. So it makes sense. Black remained the sole choice all the way up until 1926, when some models were being offered in green and maroon or gray, but all of them again still with black fenders. So what's up with that famous phrase? Thanks to his car's success, Ford soon became as big a celebrity as any sports or silent movie star, and the press faithfully printed pretty much everything that came out of Ford's mouth. It was almost as if it was scripture, but it seems no historian has ever found or verified a newspaper story that recorded this catchy phrase. Now, I find this interesting when I visit the Ford's website. Now, when I visit the corporate Ford's website, and you can kind of see the URL link up at the top bar, and I scroll down, I find one small little paragraph that kind of covers it. And I've got it highlighted here. It says, a common myth is that all Model Ts were black. While Henry Ford did say any customer can have a car painted any color that he wants, so long as it's black, the policy was in place solely for efficiency and uniformity. So the car was only offered in black from 1914 to 1925. However, before and after the various models of the vehicle could be purchased in a variety of colors, including blue, red, gray, and green. So that supports what I said, but it just briefly kind of endorses what I actually did find that they did not mention on their website. Now, that quote actually appears in Henry Ford's co-written autobiography titled My Life and Work, which was published in 1922. Ford describes a meeting that took place in 1909 with his company's salespeople who wanted him to add even more models. Instead, he announced he would build only one. And it says, and I quote, "And I remarked, any customer can have a car painted any color that he wants, so long as it's black." So this book and this website, they kind of support each other. But here's the thing. If Ford actually did say this to his sales staff, it was another 5 years before it actually came into fruition. The book came out at the height of the Model T's popularity and when the Model T was only available in black. Now, Henry Ford was often known to rewrite history to suit himself, so it's not hard to imagine him or his co-author inventing this phrase or colorizing the story to suit the claim, just to liven things up a little bit.
Now, as an interesting sidebar, model manufacturers produced several versions of Model Ts that were to be painted specific colors, and you'll notice that those colors kind of coincide with the years that the Model T was available in those different colors. So I found that kind of an interesting sidebar. I wanted to throw that in so you could, again, just try to make an informed decision on was the Model T only available in black or not.
So did Henry Ford actually say this or not? Inquiring minds want to know. And I'll be honest with you, I believe Henry Ford said it. And here's why. Henry Ford was a visionary. Whether you like Henry Ford or not isn't the issue here. The man had a vision, and he accomplished that vision by cranking out a very efficient automobile at the lowest possible price in order to put it in the majority of the people's hands. And that's exactly what he did. He did what others just only either dreamed about or didn't have enough vision to actually live it out. And Henry Ford did. And so I believe the reason why he chose black was for all the reasons I stated. It was for efficiency and productivity. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hey, remember to give us a like and subscribe. Also be kind in your comments. I'm fine if you've got something that you're passionate about and you want to say it. As long as you're kind, I don't care. Be kind about your comments. And most of all, be blessed.